Module 7. Module 7 will cover the following topics: ladder safety, scaffold safety, laser safety, general equipment spotters, aerial lift and scissor lift safety and spotters, and four-legged jack stand safety. Ladder safety. Ladders 10 feet or longer will be carried by 2 employees. Ladders must be utilized where there is an elevated bank of 19 inches or more where there is no ramp, stairway, or sloped embankment provided. Ladders must be inspected by the ladder user before the ladder is utilized. Do not use a ladder if it has not been currently monthly inspected. A yellow monthly inspection sticker is located at eye level inside the ladder rails. Ladder safety. Broken or damaged ladders shall not be used. Return these to the tool trailer and tag them out. Ladders cannot be placed against movable objects. All areas around the top and base of the ladder must be free of tripping hazards, such as loose material, trash, or electrical cords. Ladder safety. Ladders that project into doorways or passageways where they can be struck by employees, moving equipment, or materials being handled must be protected with barricades or guards. Employees must face the ladder at all times when ascending or descending. Never climb with your back to the rungs. Ladder safety. Employees must maintain 3 points of contact while ascending or descending a ladder. Do not carry anything in your hands while ascending or descending a ladder. Use a hand line to hoist material to the top of where you are working or down to the ground. Ladder safety. Be sure that your shoes are free of mud, grease, or any other substance that can cause a slip or fall before ascending or descending a ladder. Be sure that the rungs or steps of a ladder are clean and dry before use. Ladders used for access to a floor or platform must extend at least 3 feet above the landing and must be secured. Ladder safety. Boxes, crates, chairs, equipment, etc. shall never be used to substitute a ladder. Step ladders must be fully opened to permit the spreader to lock. Employees are prohibited from standing on the top 2 steps of a step ladder. A step ladder cannot be used as a straight ladder. Ladder safety. An employee must hold a ladder securely whenever another employee ascends a ladder for the first time. Ladders will be tied off with a rope when in use. The 4-to-1 ratio must be utilized for all extension ladders. Scaffold safety. All employees will maintain 100% tie-off fall protection when working above 6 feet. Each scaffold must be inspected and approved by a competent person prior to initial use and after alteration or moving. Employees may only use a scaffold that has been approved and ready to use with the tag. Scaffold safety. Any scaffold user must check the scaffold tag for the current date before accessing scaffold. A red Keep Off Scaffold warning tag will be attached while it is being erected or dismantled. There is no such thing as a temporary scaffold. All scaffolding must be erected and maintained to conform with established standards. Scaffold safety. Red barricades with stop signs will be installed around the base of the scaffolding during erection and dismantling. Guardrails, midrails, and toe boards will be installed on scaffolding 6 feet and greater in height. Netting will be installed on all open sides of scaffolding greater than 10 feet in height. All scaffolds shall have scaffold gates. Scaffold safety. Never overload scaffolds. Employees shall use a self-retracting device when ascending or descending scaffolding and ladders 18 feet or higher. Scaffolds may never violate electrical line clearances outlined in OSHA Standards 1926-451. Scaffold safety. The scaffold user, You are responsible to do a visual inspection for obvious requirements such as ladder access, full planking, guardrail, stability, etc. prior to use. Any material that is taller than the toe plate and is temporarily stationed before installation must be secured to avoid falling from platform. This applies to scaffolding less than 10 feet in height. Tools must be secured to prevent a fall hazard when working from scaffolding. This applies to scaffolding 10 foot and greater in height. Scaffold safety. If using a rolling tower scaffold, all four wheels must be locked before and during use. Only a trained crew under the supervision of a competent person can alter a scaffold. Laser safety. Only qualified employees shall be assigned to install, adjust, and operate laser equipment. Laser use shall be restricted during weather conditions which include rain, snow, dust, or fog. In the event laser usage cannot be restricted, employees shall be kept out of the area during these weather conditions. Laser safety. Anti-laser eyewear is required if the laser light is greater than 0.005 watts or 5 milliwatts. Never look directly at a laser. General equipment spotter. All spotters for general equipment, such as forklift, skid steer, payloader, excavator, vehicles, and other heavy equipment, with the exception of aerial lift and scissor lifts, must stay a minimum of 10 feet away from moving equipment. When spotting for a crane, only designated employees may be within 10 feet of any crane while traveling. Aerial lift and scissor lift safety. Aerial and scissor lift keys must be in the lift during operation. Aerial and scissor lift inspections must be done before use, daily, or before a new operator uses the machine. Before using a lift, you must perform an inspection and fill out a new inspection sheet even if someone else has already done one for that day. Aerial lift and scissor lift safety. Aerial and scissor lift inspection sheets must be kept in the basket of the lift while in use. No standing or sitting on the handrail, midrail, or toe plate. Operators must keep both feet on the floor of the platform at all times. Spotters shall wear highly visible vests to be easily identified. A spotter may act as a fire watch when hot work is being performed from an aerial or scissor lift. All fire watch protocol must be followed. Aerial lift and scissor lift spotters. A spotter's responsibility is to watch, observe, and communicate with the operators and control any and all potential hazards in the lift's area. Spotters must walk around the lift with the operator before the operator enters the basket. Spotters will not allow the operator to travel over a marked hole cover. Spotters must ensure that no one ever walks under the boom or the basket of an aerial lift. All aerial or scissor lifts must have a spotter on the ground while traveling. Aerial lift and scissor lift spotters. Spotters must remain on the side or front of the equipment for observation. A spotter will never walk behind the equipment. Spotters must stay aware of high traffic areas to control the traffic in the surrounding area. Spotters are allowed to be in the basket with an operator while the basket is in motion. All spotters must be on the ground while the lift is traveling. Aerial lift and scissor lift spotters. Operators are to ensure that spotters know how to operate the lower or basket controls, where applicable, of the equipment prior to the task starting. Spotters have the authority to hit the emergency stop button in case of an emergency. Spotters control all potential hazards of all the areas and environment around the machine they are spotting for to prevent injuries, damage, and accidents. Four-legged jack stand safety. JSTA requirements for four-legged jack stands. Required. When four-legged jack stands are to be set up on ground that is not solid, such as gravel, dirt, grass. Four-legged jack stand safety. JSTA requirements for four-legged jack stands. Not required. On solid ground such as concrete. On grading or asphalt, but 4 foot by 4 foot by 3/4 inch plywood must be used under each four-legged jack stand. Four-leg jack stand safety. 8-inch pipe and above must be on four-leg jack stands. If stands need to be shimmed, use the same specifications detailed in the four-leg jack stand specification from the pipe supervisor.